Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos, and due to popular demand, we've got another series of Airport CEO. Still playing Alpha 35, though I have switched over to the default branch to try and keep those bugs to a minimum. So yes, absolutely. So we're going to start a new airport. There's a few things that you guys have requested. You wanted us to do more remote stands. You wanted us to do real live airlines. 2 to 3 terminals, actually an exclusive terminal also, and an airport somewhere in North America or Europe. So those are some of the things that I'm taking away from this. So yes, we're going to do all of those things. To a certain extent, obviously, we can only do North America or Europe, and I think we will do North America, actually. Anyway, we're going to get straight into it, but this series is going to be a little bit different. I am setting myself and you guys a bit of a challenge this time around. So I will keep pace in terms of delivering new episodes as long as you guys keep watching them. So what we're going to do here is once each episode in this series reaches 1,000 views and 100 likes, then I will start recording the next one. So that's how the pace of this is going to work. There's not going to be a fixed schedule on this. So if you guys watch this video once a day and we get it up to 1,000 views and 100 likes, I'll immediately start recording the next one. So there could be one every single day, or it can take a few days. It all depends on you guys. Okay, so let's get straight into it. I'm just going to leave that as is. My name is going to be Mr. Chaos for this one. And we have decided on North America, and I think Vancouver was mentioned. So we're gonna see how bad my my geography is, especially when it comes to North American geography. So I believe it should be somewhere over here, right? Somewhere over here, somewhere. Bellingham. I have no idea actually where it is. Where? Oh, domestic airports in country. Oh, Abbotsford. I think it's over here somewhere then, right? Aha, Vancouver. Not too bad, not too bad. It's very difficult if you don't see the lines, especially because I've never been there. Okay, so let's confirm the airport location. And this is going to be, gonna say, let's do flights by Chaos. I like it. And this is by no means going to be a replica of the Vancouver airport. It's just the location. That's all that it's going to be. I'm going to stick to the things that I've just mentioned over there. And this will be FBC or FYC, right? Let's do that. FYC will be our call sign. Let's get something cool here. Yeah, I think the tropical trees will be perfect for Vancouver. Oh, that's not too bad. I do like something that's a little bit more, something like that actually. International Airport FYC, I like that one. Let's leave it there. I'm not going to do sandbox mode. I don't like it that much. So let's just go with easy in terms of cache, so we can do stuff a little bit quicker, but not sandbox. Let's launch it. Let's launch it. There we go. Obviously, it's a pretty cold airport, so we'll be looking at things like de-icing and so on as soon as we can get it sorted. We're getting a few messages as things are not open and running yet, so there's a bit of a loading screen still there. Okay, and I believe we'll just skip kind of this and see what they say we need to do every now and again if we need a bit of help. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to go F10, the debug menu, and I'm going to remove simulation of construction because that's something that I don't care for too much. It tends to take a little bit of time. Okay, what the intention is this time around? I'm going to try and do our terminals from the center as much as possible. So the idea is that we're going to run this road in here, up here, and we're going to start finding our terminal over here with probably a smaller runway over here and start some stuff in this vicinity. And then what we'll do is we'll grow over that way and all the way around. And what we'll do is we'll try and formulate a nice terminal from the center. With drop off in the center, we're only going to have one big building, but we'll separate that into numerous terminals. So that's kind of the idea that I have in mind. I don't plan these things out too crazily, but that's kind of the idea. So let's start off with some asphalt roads, and I'm going to keep them pretty close to this, and we're going to run pretty close to the edges. so that we save as much room as possible. We'll run it into about there somewhere, and now we need to kind of decide for ourselves where this terminal building is going to start. I'm not going to do overkill on terminal, on the terminal buildings just yet. I'm going to try and leave that as kind of small as possible, so it doesn't get out of hand in terms of the costs. Okay, for our first small little bit of airport, we probably don't need too much. So what I'll do is let's actually decide. So if we are, let's just have a look. Let's just have a look. So if we say bus stops, and I do honestly hope that we'll have slightly less problems with that. So let's move this in a little bit. I want us to provide a fair bit of space here. Okay, so let's see something like that as potential for like the bus stops. And we'll also give ourselves a bit of a car stop right next to it, and maybe even a taxi right over there, something like that. And we'll be able to extend that a little bit. I'm not going to do too much of it straight away. Let's continue this little road up here. Say up to about there somewhere. And then what we'll do is we'll start bringing it down into this direction, bring it down a little bit more and tie it back in. Something like that, just as a very basic starting point. We should have room for some other stuff on the other side. Yeah, clearly we do. And then we can also move it out over here. We can even maybe pull this back a little bit, and this entire area could become parking and all those kind of things. Now, let's see, what kind of sizing? Okay, we're not going to do it straight over there. We're going to leave a little bit of room. And then I'm not going to go crazy big. Let's see about maybe something like that as a starting point. Yeah, so something like that would be a pretty decent starting point. If we do the runway over here, actually, let's do the runway so we can just see that in action. So we'll grab the runway. There's not much that much difference. It's like a 50K difference. So we'll do this, a little bit of this. We'll have them arrive. Let's just see. So small runway all the way up to the edge over there. Yeah, we don't need it to be okay. All the way up to the edge there, and all the way like that maybe. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. I think something like that is going to be a decent spot. So let's place that one right over there, and let's get ourselves some of these exit and entries into the runway. I like the spot over there and the spot over there, and I do want us to do a little bit of a looping situation. What I can also do is let's get rid of these things, and we'll move this piece of road out of the way here. We're just gonna place them up here instead. What is that? This is these two. I didn't want to do that. Okay, so now let's just place them. Yeah, we'll just do that. We're not gonna use these things, right? So something like that, just so that we have them, and then that means we can go ahead and get rid of all of this. And oh, we can't get rid. Okay, but anyway, that's going to be immensely helpful already. Okay. Now I don't want to get how's our money situation looking? No, we've still got pretty decent cash reserves. And what we could do, okay, now so that's fine. So what we'll do is we'll have some taxiways over here that runs into here. And potentially we can even extend with some remote stands down here, because you guys want to see some remote stands ASAP. Okay, so that's kind of the idea there. So now let's grab ourselves the little floors. Actually, no, that's not what I'm wanting. I'm wanting the footpaths. The footpaths, it's in here. Footpaths over there. So what we'll do is we'll extend the footpath like so. That's going to be fine. We're going to get ourselves some doors over here. Maybe we'll just start with with one. Something like that. That's fairly central. Okay. Now the idea that I have over here is that I'll do check-in, and that then goes up into security. The thing is, just for something like this, where I'm going to be on the ground level for the first while, Okay, so maybe this one will be a little bit simple and straightforward. It'll be the small domestic flight terminals in this area. So let's actually think about it from that perspective. So let's go and get ourselves some check-in desks, which we can't do just yet. So I'm just wondering if we need to leave a little bit of space to get this a little bit bigger, or whether this is going to be fine. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Let's just make it a tad bigger. So at the moment we're up at around 8. So let's do at least 10, something like that maybe. Let's just extend it a little bit more. So something like that, that's going to be fine. And we'll get rid of that wall there. So there we go. So now with that in mind, we can start finding our first stands. So we need to build how many? Oh, that's not actually quite what it is. Anyway, let's just don't worry about that for now. Let's just grab ourselves some stands. Stands, how much are they? They're like 10,000 more expensive. I'm just going to go with that straight away. So if we do something like, yeah, let's start something over here. Just make sure we line that up properly. So if we do something like that as a starting point, so let's do a few of them. Okay, so we've got like 5 of them over there, and we can extend that, and we can do remote, and we can even come down here even more. That's fine. So let's do this. Obviously, this is quite pricey for us to be running all of this. So I'm going to try and keep it simple as much as possible, and not try and spend too much of it. Yeah, I think that should be fine. And we'll run it over there. So this is just going to be like small stuff at the moment. That should be fine. We'll run out these guys all the way like so, and we're going to have a very nice little one-way operation that runs through here. This is only going to be entry, and this is only going to be exit. So that's going to be that one-way little loop there. We're going to go ahead and just make sure that all of these are tied in. And then we can kind of open it for general for a while. Okay, up and running. General should be workable. Now, do we need, what are we missing? Okay, let's just go through here. It's easiest to just kind of check what it's saying that we need. Sign a contract with the contractor, deploy contractors, and wait for contractors to arrive. So we'll obviously have to do that just to get through this. We'll just sign that one. We'll allocate, auto assign terminal at hire. That's new. I'm keen to see how that works. From an operations point of view, we'll go ahead and deploy 1 contractor. Thank you very much. So all of that's fine. Now, next, place a small ATC. That's one of the next things we're going to do. ATC will be over here. That's a tiny little ATC. Where will we put this though? Well, I think we'll put this over here. I don't think we need much more than that. Wait for all structures to be built. Open the airport, allow general aviation, and open the runway. So let's go ahead and say, well, go ahead, go nuts, open the runway, open the airport, and allow general aviation. And so now we should start seeing some of our very first flights to come in. So we'll start running that straight away. Open it on its menu. It is open, right? Runway entrance connected. Close the runway. No, definitely not. Large, all of that. There's our first planes coming in. Await 5 planes to arrive. What's next? Redeploy the contractors. Place a vehicle checkpoint, public service road, and drag the service road to connect vehicles to checkpoint with your aircraft stands. Place a vehicle depot, service vehicle parking lot, order service vehicle, place a small gas fuel. Okay, there we go. So what I'll do is I'll just use this and we'll run something in here. So let's get our checkpoint, vehicle checkpoint over there. Yeah, that's going to be fine. And then what we'll do is we'll get some service roads to run in here. We'll connect that up over there. Obviously, we've got some more room to deal with that. What we also want to do is we could run, maybe that's not quite the plan for us. What we'll do is we'll run this one in here a little bit and we'll provide ourselves with some parking. So if we go vehicles, forced to go around. If we go vehicle, actually it's in here, right? Parking spot. So let's grab ourselves parking facility or two. This is fairly close, so let's grab maybe something like that. That should be fine. We'll get that covered now. What do we want? Not walls, we want some of this. So let's go ahead and do that. Wow, okay, yeah, there we go. Now we can see it, and let's get some service roads in here also. Something like that as a starting point should be fine. Then I do want us to get some avgas stuff. I can never find this stuff. There we go. Avgas, small avgas. Yeah, maybe right over here is going to be fine. We're just going to use that for a while before we get rid of that and go to jet fuel. So for the time being, there we go. So now we've got that in place. We've got the structures there ready. Let's go next. Now we need to get a fuel truck and a few things. Let's go vehicles, purchase vehicles. We'll grab just the one of them. I think is going to be fine. Go to the economy tab, get some offered contracts over here. Now, fuel and go. Mix heavy fuel seems to be about the best over there. Fuel and go is not too bad either. So let's have a look. 0.8 per liter and 0.2 per liter. And this one is 0.9 and 0.2. So we're going to go with fuel and go. Sign that one. Thank you very much. So this should fill up. We've got the truck probably arriving. Excellent. They're arriving. And now we should be able to offer refueling services straight away. So let's make sure to switch that on. That's now disabled. So now we'll start refueling some of these guys. I'm almost tempted to run out a few more of these stands, to be honest. Maybe we should do that. See if we can get a little bit of money from that a little quicker. Let's slot in a few more. We can quite easily accommodate a few more. Let's just make sure to tie these along. Nice, that's going to work quite well. Perfect. Now we should see some more stuff. We're going to get these guys refueled, and then we'll move on to whatever is next. Refuel 5 GA aircraft, and then we're probably going to start working on our terminal over here. It's just easiest to stick with these kind of things. I know we can probably work without the tutorial by now, but it's easiest so that we don't forget something. It's just really easy to forget one little element of it. So I tend to try and stick to that. Day-night cycle is going on. Probably need to upgrade this at some point, but I'm sure we don't have. Ooh, we can go PAPI lights. Let's maybe slot in one over there and one over there. That's going to be, I think, look cool enough anyway. Hopefully the PAPI lights will help the go around situation as much as possible. Now let's see, we still need to do the refueling, and it's not allowing me to go next yet. Kind of wondering why that is. Oh, is it because we have deployed? We definitely did this. So I'm kind of wondering how we're going to move it on to the next one. Maybe we haven't done 5 yet? I don't know. I just don't know. Okay. It can get pretty cold out here. Is there something we can build so long? Can we do the weather station? Absolutely we can. So let's just grab a weather station out there so that we can get some data on the weather as we go. These guys are operating over here. Redeploy contractors. Is my contractors not deployed? Has to be. I don't have a... Okay, hang on. Just get one contractor out here so we can get that sorted. Place a vehicle depot, service vehicle parking lot. That's what this is. Right? Whoa. I have no idea why that's messing around as much. Okay, now, drag out a staff room, all these kind of things. So let's... I'm kind of tempted to do the staff room right over here. Let's go about doing that. I want to do a fairly sizable staff room maybe, so that I can actually do a bathroom in there and all these kind of things. Maybe that's a little bit overkill. Let's just do something like that up to there. Yeah, that's going to be decent sized. I'm going to want some doors in there, just like that for now. It's going to be a staff room, of course, so let's get that going. Staff room. Nice, staff room is there. Place a few office desks in place here. Office desks, there we go. I do like us to try and do this a little bit. Okay, let's do something like that so you can actually access on all sides. And I think that should be fine for now. That should be fine for now. Put some floors in here. Floors. Where's the floors? Floors are over here. I do like. Let's just get some carpets in this one. We'll do a slightly reddish color for the staff room this time around. There we go. So staff room has some floors going on in there. We need some plants and things also. So let's put some plants in here. Since none of the rest has actually been sorted out yet, we'll put some plants in there. Maybe get something a little bit smaller at the door over there. Nice. There we go. Now, what's next? We need to hire some R&D administrators. So let's go staff, hire, administrators. Let's try and get the green ones for now. Yeah, there's plenty of green ones. Okay, we've hired a few of them. Start the commercial license project. R&D project, click to start. Commercial license, please. Please start that straight away. And we're going to assign a full 3 of them. Yeah, 3 has been assigned, so that should be done pretty quickly. Complete that project, then we're going to go from there. Please place at least 2 small check-in desks. Okay, so what I'm thinking is maybe what we do is we could actually do a couple of check-in desks over here and it'll work, and then we'll do maybe baggage collection up here. It will actually work to do this over here, apart from the fact that we don't know where to run some of this. Unless if we do it here, we can do baggage collection somewhere over here. We'll see. It's a little bit far away at the moment, the idea of that. So let's do, we can't do that until we've actually researched the commercial project. So how is the commercial project going? Halfway through. How's our money situation at the moment? Are we our average hourly, previous hour, current hour. So we are actually making a little bit of money per hour then. Kind of. Is what it looks like to me. We didn't make money this time around. Our administrators is probably a little bit too expensive for us. So we'll have to keep going. Where is that research project heading to? Okay. We could... Yeah, in Sandbox, I'm sure you probably don't need any of this, but I don't like the Sandbox play as much. You tend to overbuild a little bit on Sandbox, I find. Obviously, that's something I can try and not do. Okay, this is done. So let's move on to our very next one. What is our next one? I want to try and get to our second groups as quickly as we can. The remote stands and night flights is definitely very important. Program group 1. I think is also quite important, so that we can start doubling up on our research. Let's go with program 1, then R&D project group. Okay, let's start that. See if we can do that pretty quickly with our 3 administrators while we start doing some check-in desks over here. So these are a lot of new stuff that's now opened up. See, immediately you can do international zone once you have that. Okay, these are okay. So it's just like the very small ones over here for now. To be honest, the small ones can actually maybe even go in over here somewhere. So let's do like 3 of them. I think 3 of them should be a pretty decent starting point. Okay, so we've got some check-in desks over there. Okay, now we just need to maybe do security on the other side. That's what we want, right? Zone suitable part as secure. Yeah, that's exactly the next step that we have. So, secure zone will be over here somewhere. Yeah, I think that is... Why is that? Oh, because that's secure zone 2. I think as we open these up, that will stop being secure zone. Now, what we do need to do is get some security access points, right? Security through here. If we bring it in more, Will that be enough space over there though? Should we rather put them in there a little bit? We need bathrooms and things like that in here too. So let's maybe do like maybe 2 security things over there. Obviously need some security guards to work there. And for the security exit, I would like it to go pretty central like this, maybe directly out maybe there, or up here out to this and then out there. Maybe, yeah, maybe that's the better way of doing it. So let's do it right on the edge on that side. For the time being, what I'll do, just for the sake of slight realism, oh, walker light straight away, right? Nice. Just for the sake of slight realism, oh, you know what I'd rather do? I'll put the plants in there instead. No. The hedges, this hedge thing. Grab the hedges, we'll run the hedge through like that. There we go. So now it's nice and changed there. So we're going to need some security personnel. Let's hire some staff over here, please, from the security variety. 1, 2, 3, I think should be fine, because there's only one working at each one of these. That's fine. And that is going to kind of be it. Where is our R&D at the moment? Program group 1 is almost done. Okay, what's the next thing we need to do here? Place a boarding desk. Okay, so what we'll do is we need to get these all sorted out for boarding desks. Now, boarding desk, just a small one over here. Ooh, I can't see it. I hate it. Okay, let's get the door in there first. So R&D project is completed. I want to move on to the next straight away. Project group. So let's get project group so that we can start doubling up on our research endeavors. Okay, that can go. Okay, now let's get the door here straight away. Well, that's a window. That is a window. And maybe we should go with the bigger doors and just switch off this thing so I can see. There we go. There, there, and there. So these 3 stands will be our first. Now let's get those desks in place. Boarding desks. Yeah, I think I like the idea of doing it. Well, if we do it, yeah, if we do it this way, yeah, it feels like if we do it this way around, it feels like there's room for people to move out, and we can later put some other stuff in there also. Alternatively, we can do something like this potentially. Yeah, that's actually not too bad, though I am a little worried that we don't have the room there. But something like this could be really cool also. I like that setup. If we do something like that, I do like that. So if we do that, I wonder if that'll be accessible. If it is, that'll be cool. Yeah, I like that as a slightly different variant to what we usually do. Connected to, okay, let's go ahead and pause the game, connect it over there. Connect over there and connect over there, and I want to switch these to between general aviation and commercial. So this is commercial, this is commercial, and that is commercial. We don't have night flights just yet. What is it saying? It's missing a runway. Yes, because the runway is not accessed for commercial just yet. Commercial flights allowed. Let's quickly fix this while we're here. Repair the runway. There we go. And now what's next? Click on each stand, enable commercial, open the runway to commercial use. Next. Now, hire 4 passenger service agents, hire 4 security, hire 4 ramp agents, and wait for your staff to arrive. Enable ramp agent service. Let's quickly grab all of those things. Staff, we want one more. Let's grab one more security guard because we only had the 3. Let's get 4 passenger service agents, and we'll get 4 ramp agents also. Yes, excellent. Nice and green. Nice. Good. There we go. All of that has been done. Thank you. Next. We now need to also activate ramp agent service turnaround. Why are you guys parked here? Are we allowing GA at these as well? Okay. Now, next, what is next? Accept the master contract. We quickly get a master contract. And this is kind of where we're going to end the episode though. So let's go into our master contracts ever so quickly. We will go with Airlines. Oh, yes. I don't have our actual airlines here. I've got like the CLM and our real life stuff, and what I'll do is, since we're ending the episode now, we'll have our very first commercial flights in the next episode. So if you guys want to see the next episode of this appear quicker rather than later, get those, be sure to hit that like button and watch it again and again. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.